is Alex Reis for Meadow Express Radio. I'm here with Stian and David from Taskaha. I hope I pronounced it right. From Norway. They have their new album out right now, a debut album of this beautiful prog rock band from Norway. Guys, how about you introduce yourselves to the listeners and viewers?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Stian. I'm the guitar player and the producer of Taskaha. Yeah, I have a lot of inspirations, but I must say that John Petrucci might be my biggest idol when it comes to guitar playing. However, I like a lot of styles. I like jazz, I like blues, I like country, I like everything that it's with guitars. So there's a lot of good players out there. So yeah, that's about it.
Hi, I'm David. I play bass in Taskaha. Help a bit with the media side of things for the band as well. When it comes to inspirations, I have a huge list. My primary inspiration is Billy Sheehan. Guess a lot of people know about him from Mr. Big and David Lee Roth Band. Paco de Lucia on the guitar side. Love flamenco guitar playing. And like Stian, I love a lot of styles and listen to a lot of different music, and basically a firm believer that all genres have something to offer. So,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. And well, the record's out for what, a week now?
Since Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. And
Yeah.
how has the reception been so far?
The reception has been very good, actually. So we put up the single for 3 weeks ago, and I must say I'm happy with all the feedback, and there's a lot of people that have streamed the single already, and it seems like there's a growing fan base in US for us.
That's great.
And it's also a lot of people listening around Europe, so that's fine for us. We are happy with that. So we had hope that we've been able to go around and play also, but this situation with the COVID, it's impossible. So yeah, no release concerts, and everything is closed down when it comes to that kind of happenings. So but everything is net based now, and there's a lot of people that is giving us good feedback about the music. So it's very happy about that.
Glad to hear. So what would you say is your favorite song from the record, Stein?
Oh.
You want to do first, Stian?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure, because the problem, I've been working on the details on every song. So it's for me. I must say maybe that the Climb, the last epic song, probably is my favorite, because I put so much of myself into that song, and I feel that we achieved what we tried to do with Taskaha. That song represents a lot of different styles, and I think it has the Taskaha sounds that we are trying to build. So yeah,
I must say I agree with Stian in what he says. The Climb also happens to be my favorite track on the album. And you can basically repeat what Stian said, for all the reasons. It's the Taskaha sound. We put a lot of ourselves into that track, as well as the other tracks. And the track just contains a lot of different parts, different moods, a lot of dynamics, and it's just a great track to express oneself in musically. And yeah, it's my favorite track on the album.
Awesome. It's definitely a very great track. I mean, all of the tracks kind of take you into this very nice journey, and they never end where they began, right? Like, you guys explore so many different styles and so many different moods. So maybe tell me a little bit about how Taskaha came to be, actually. Is this your guys' first band together, or how did it go?
Well, if I could take the lead there, we started up, I can't remember. many years ago with a cover band, basically, just to play cover songs. We have been in other bands and other projects with original material, but this converged then into a cover band, and we played a lot of parties and gigs around there. Seaman, who's in the band now, and Rick and myself, we were in that cover band, and Stian joined us at a later date. And then after a while in, was it 2014, I think, Stian, we started thinking about doing our own thing. And we tried a lot of different avenues, and things just sort of fell naturally in place. The puzzle just sort of fell into place, and here we are. After a period of 6 years, we've finally achieved what we set out to do.
And what an achievement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, if you guys have read the review I wrote, and I hope viewers have also read the interview I wrote. If you haven't, please check it out. And please check out the record. It's one of the best prog releases of the year for sure. So going a little bit deeper in that, coming up with the Taskaha sound, how's your composition process working actually?
We don't write a song directly and just give it to the band and start playing it. It's a little process of maturity of each idea. So we bring in some ideas normally to the band. So most of the cases it is guitar based ideas that is coming in. We start jamming on them. And we are recording and pre-production what we get up, and then it's starting to evolve in some way. So it takes a little time when we write a song because we want to think about the dramaturgy of the song. We want to think about to try to find the best possible melodies on top and so on, and it's a process also to create the text for Rick and so on. So it's a maturity process, I will say, for each song, and we don't like to repeat ourselves. So it's and I'm sure you can see here that on the record also as well. So no one of the songs sound alike. So I mean there is a sound, but that it's alike, but it's the songs are very different. Both in the we are bringing in heaviness, we are bringing in jazz, we are bringing in other kinds of influences. A lot of dreaming landscapes and so on. So it takes a little time to write them, those songs. We have a good backlog of more songs, so it's not that it's going to be many years to next time we're getting out a new album, because we have a lot of material already. So it's also this process that we was doing now for the recording of this album. We recorded a lot more songs actually. So we took them out in the process. So we just want to have the best of it. In the end, what we felt that we was finished with. Also, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So how about the decision to self-produce the album? Was that something that you guys went through deliberately, or was it more of a let's see if we get anywhere first and then we'll get an external producer for the next one kind of thing?
I think, if I may, Stian, during the process that Stian has just described for you, when we went into the studio, we had these finished tracks, quite a lot of finished tracks, which we went in and we recorded the drums in a different studio, Lionheart Studios, and that took about 2 weeks to record all the drum tracks. And then we moved into Stian's home studio, which you see him sitting there. That is where we used a lot of time. As we started tracking, right after the drums were tracked, we started tracking bass. And during the process, we found out, okay, we can do this with the bass. We can do that with the bass. We can follow a line here. We can follow the drums there. We can do this and that. And suddenly we started reconstructing the songs in a way, not taking them too far from the original idea, but going into detail, you know?
Right.
And this same process happened with the guitars and with the vocals. And in that way, the house was built layer upon layer. And so it was a long process, but well worth it at the end, and very, very, very interesting to participate in.
Awesome. Really great.
Yeah.
Do you guys have plans on recording a video clip for any of the songs?
Yeah, I guess that's naturally something that we're going to do. So I'm not sure. We haven't decided for which song and so on, but it's a natural thing to do afterwards. So I think we have some ideas to how this should be taken out and so on. But we haven't done that as far as now. But the clips that is on YouTube so far is put together with pictures and some live filming also. So it's there's possible to see a little more of the band if you are looking on the YouTube page. But it's going to be some full lengther after I guess.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So coming back to the songwriting, are you guys a band who jams a lot, or are you more the studio type where you send riffs up and down?
I will say both, actually, to be sure. We like to jam a little. There's some good ideas that have come out of jamming, which we have put into the music, and it's. But in the end, it's let's say call it a little nerding with a studio that's mature the ideas. So we get a lot of ideas by jamming, but we are finalizing them in studio. So and all of us is using have studios home. So it's so it's possible for David to sit home and do some bass ideas and put them into the project that we are using. So it works both ways works. So I think it's good to jam in order to get up some new ideas, to get some new because the members of the band are quite different and have quite different tastes in music and have different backgrounds and so on. And then bringing in something different to the table, everyone. So the jamming is important in order to put an idea in a certain way. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So you just touched on a point that I wanted to ask. So I know you guys have lots of varied musical influences, but if you had a cover band, there was probably like this common ground of influence that's the basis for what you guys were trying to come up. What was that?
David.
Well, the common ground in the cover band was really, I mean, it was just current rock songs, you know, that we had to appeal to the audience. I think David Lee Roth put it very well once when he said that in early Van Halen days, you got to get the audience moving. Right. You know, you got to get them dancing because they're the ones who pay the tickets and pay the beers and finally give you your wages. So we had to do songs that appealed to the audience, but at the same time appealed to us as well, you know, to play and right. to be interesting. So, I mean, anything from Killing in the Name of, Rage Against the Machine, you know, to Creep by Radiohead, Foo Fighters, Kiss.
Right.
Yeah, quite a diverse range of songs.
Cool. So nothing progressive, I take it, since you were trying to appeal to a wider audience.
No, not that. There came the outlet for us. You know, we're wanting to do our own thing because, I mean, everybody in the band has quite a high number of progressive fibers in their body. And want to get those ideas and those emotions out, musically. So the cover band was just a fun thing. This turned into more of our own serious project. So the cover band is now put on the shelf. It's locked in a little cupboard, and that's where it'll stay.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, maybe fun for the weekends when you guys are fed up with playing your own stuff. I don't see that happening, but
well, maybe in the future, in some years.
So what's next? Where are you guys going with this? Is it touring? Is it a follow-up album? Maybe releasing some of the B-sides for fans?
I think that we do not want to release any of the songs that we let's say trashed for the in the recording process. But I'm sure that we are going in and recording a new album. We haven't set the date for that yet, and we have to finalize more music. Even though we have a lot of music in the catalog, but anyhow, I guess that's it's a natural thing to do a follow up and continue the work with more music. Of course, we want to out and play this music more. And all of us have been playing a lot of live concerts and also big live concerts in our lives. So we, I mean, that's the first thing now after the COVID, that we are actually coming out on the road and be able to play a little again out again. I think all of us is missing the audience and the feedback that you get instantly when you are playing out. So I think in the meantime we just create more music and be ready for recording the next album. But as soon as we can go out to play, we do playing out. So yeah,
great. Do you have any dates set already and places where you're planning to go?
I think it's so uncertain times, so it's unpredictable now. So I think it's I see that a lot of bands have set up dates and they have to postpone. So I think it's a little risk actually to do something bigger now. So I think it's better to wait a little. So and also it's of course a goal to try to be part of some more progressive festivals and so on in Europe, for example. And none of them are able to happen now anyhow. So we have to wait.
Yeah,
it's a waiting game.
It's an unfortunate situation with the pandemic, but we'll get through it.
Yeah. Yes, we will. We will. Yeah.
So did you guys hold anything special online on the release date of your album? An online listening party, anything like that?
We haven't done that as yet, I'm afraid. We had a little session with the band on Friday online, but that was just the band members. Had a beer and a chat and gave ourselves a slap on the back and said congratulations. But we haven't done anything else apart from that. As Stian mentioned, festivals and wanting to play out. It's not going to happen in the near future, but we are looking at a release. We would like to have a release party if the situation improves and allows it. But then again, it's a waiting game, as we just said. We just have to see what happens, and yeah.
Fair enough. So now for the maybe more personal questions. David, if you could play any venue in the world, what would be your favorite venue to play in?
Wow, good question. I think Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club in London.
Wow, that's kind of a left like a curveball. Why a
You
jazz
threw me
club?
So Dream Theater played there, as you probably
Right.
well know. And I like the look of the venue, and I'm very partial to small venues. I've been to quite a lot of small venues in London, England, where I'm from, incidentally. And I just like the way they sound, and they're old rebuilt theaters, so the acoustics are really, really good in most of them. So if you're looking for a venue that people know of, probably Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club.
Awesome. Stian, how about you? Dream place to play?
I must say Budokan.
Budokan, yeah.
He thinks bigger than me.
I guess Budokan is the if you're playing on the Budokan, then you have then you are something. Then you have a good audience, and you have in a very, very limited club of great bands. So that's something. It's a dream. So
Right.
yeah,
You're officially big in Japan if you do that, right?
that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Another personal question then, Stian. If you could have one guest on your next album, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's we have thought about several persons playing together with us, and it's been discussing a lot of different vocal performances, and to bring in some different styles and ways of doing it. So I guess I have to say that I share Rick, the vocalist or vocalist's dream of having in a Norwegian girl that it's singing. Her last name is Hetta. She's playing this Sami music. It's in a little digital way. It's very, very special way of doing things. Maybe not so big around the world, but it's more about the music. So it's I think that she bring in something different would give some boost to the writing process and to our sound. Yeah. So. Awesome. But maybe it's I mean, like more obvious names, like for example, we said John Petrucci earlier on this interview, but I mean, I like his style, but I loved more his work in the early days. Right. I'm maybe more fan of Imogen Words and Scenes from Memory and those albums than what he's doing today. But of course, he's a very great player. But I'm not sure that everyone is trying to copy him, and for good reasons, of course. But I think that if Taskaha is also trying to copy him, then we don't bring anything new into the table. So I think it's better to find artists that it's maybe not so known and having something else. And Norwegian folk music and so on, that it's something that it's not so huge around the world. So if you get some good players in that league, also I would say Norwegian Gåte. It's a very, very good Norwegian band which are playing a lot of this folk music, but in a hard rock way. So it's also very, those players into one song would be awesome, I think.
Awesome. Yep. Yeah, I mean, the search for your own sound and being so different to, well, not exactly super different that you deviate from the genre, but just not being another band trying to copy Dream Theater or jumping on the gent bandwagon is really what sets you guys apart. Yep. And that's why I was so excited to listen to your album.
Thank you.
David, so turning the question on you, one guest you could have on the next album.
Well, I would have to say I would agree with Stian there, for all the right reasons, because as he has said, bringing something different to the table, something that can spice up what you already have without turning you into another Dream Theater or Fate's Warning or jumping on the gent bandwagon. I think that's what it's all about. It's about keeping your own identity, keeping your own sound, but adding a bit of spice to it, you know? And as Stian just said, there are a lot of Norwegian acts and Finnish and Swedish and Danish, let's say Scandinavian acts for that matter, that do different things and aren't known worldwide, but could bring a lot of spice to the table. And that would be an exciting thing. If I was to go with somebody known, who unfortunately isn't with us anymore, it would be Paco de Lucia. I just love his guitar playing. Fantastic player.
He is. And his playing is really beautiful.
It is indeed. So Friday night in San Francisco, if you haven't heard it, listen to it.
Great. Awesome. Yeah. Guys, so if you could describe the Taskaha sound with one phrase, what would it be?
Adventurous.
Stian?
I agree. It's the search for something else. I think that's to summarize. It's like the adventurous. Yes, I agree.
Awesome. All right, I think we're reaching the end of our interview. Do you have any last words you want to tell your fans?
Yeah.
David.
Well, I just want to say to people who are listening to our music and will listen in the future, thank you very much for listening. I hope you like it. We will come back with more. In the meantime, enjoy what we have offered and have to offer, and stay safe.
Stian?
Yeah, I'm very, very happy for people that listen to our music, and I'm all the support that we got. So thank you so much for giving us a chance. I know that more music will come out. We are music nerds, and we love to make music. We love to do this. So thank you for letting us show the world what we're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. For listeners and viewers, you can tune in to Meadow Express Radio right now, and we have Taskaha on rotation with their debut album. You can also read the review online at meadowexpressradio.com. Thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
Lovely. Great.